Alright, let's be real for a second. You're staring at your phone, maybe you're waiting for rent money, maybe it's a crucial payment for a small business, or perhaps you're just eager to move some savings around. The burning question? Where's my money? Specifically, if you're dealing with EQ Bank, that question morphs into, how long does an EQ Bank transfer actually take? We've all been there, right? That moment of mild panic, or at least intense impatience, when a financial transaction seems to be stuck in limbo. It's the digital age. We expect lightning-fast transfers, instant gratification. But the reality of moving money, even with a modern online bank like EQ, can be a little more nuanced. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty of transfer times, let's quickly contextualize EQ Bank. They've built a reputation on high-interest savings accounts and competitive GICs, attracting Canadians looking for better returns on their money. But a good savings account is only as good as its accessibility, and that's where transfers come in. Think about it. You've diligently saved, watched your balance grow, and now you need to access those funds. Maybe you're seizing an investment opportunity, covering an unexpected expense, or simply transferring funds to your everyday spending account. The speed of that transfer suddenly becomes paramount. And here's where the confusion often sets in. You'll see generalized statements like 1 to 3 business days or within 24 hours, but these are vague and often don't address the specific nuances of different transfer types. So, let's cut through the noise and get to the core of the matter. How long does an EQ Bank transfer really take? First, we need to distinguish between different types of transfers. We're not just talking about moving money within EQ Bank accounts, we're also concerned with transfers to and from external accounts at other financial institutions. Let's start with internal transfers, meaning moving money between your EQ Bank accounts. This is the simplest and often the fastest scenario. In most cases, internal transfers within EQ Bank are processed almost instantaneously. Think of it as moving funds between different pockets of your digital wallet. You initiate the transfer, and boom, the funds are available. This is a significant advantage for those who actively manage their savings and investments within EQ Bank. Now, let's tackle the more complex issue of external transfers. This is where the majority of the questions and frustrations arise. When you're moving money to or from an account at another bank, you're dealing with the Canadian payment system, which involves multiple parties and security protocols. The primary method for external transfers in Canada is the Automated Clearing Settlement System, ACSS. This system, operated by Payments Canada, facilitates the exchange of electronic payments between financial institutions. This is the backbone of most electronic transfers, including direct deposits, bill payments, and, crucially, the transfers we're discussing. So, how does ACSS impact EQ Bank transfer times? Here's where the 1 to 3 business days estimate comes into play. ACSS operates on a batch processing system. This means that transactions are grouped and processed at specific times throughout the day. If you initiate a transfer after a processing deadline, it will be held until the next batch, adding a delay. Additionally, financial institutions have their own internal processing times and security checks. These checks are crucial for preventing fraud and ensuring the integrity of the payment system. However, they can add to the overall transfer time. Here's a breakdown of what you can typically expect. Transfers to external bank accounts. Generally, these transfers take 1 to 3 business days. This time frame accounts for ACSS processing, internal bank checks, and potential delays. If you initiate a transfer on a Friday afternoon or before a long weekend, you can expect it to take longer. Transfers from external bank accounts. These transfers follow a similar time frame, typically 1 to 3 business days. However, the exact processing time can vary depending on the sending bank's procedures. Verification delays. When you link an external bank account to your EQ Bank account, you'll need to go through a verification process. This usually involves confirming small test deposits. This verification process can add a day or two to your initial setup. Now, let's address some common questions and misconceptions. Why does it take so long? As mentioned earlier, the ACSS system, internal bank processing, and security checks contribute to the transfer time. While instant transfers are becoming more common with services like Interac e-Transfer, traditional bank transfers still rely on established, albeit slower, systems. Can I expedite the transfer? Unfortunately, with standard bank transfers, there's usually no way to expedite the process. However, if you need to move money urgently, consider using Interac e-Transfer, which offers near-instant transfers. What about weekends and holidays? Weekends and holidays don't count as business days. If you initiate a transfer on a Friday, it likely won't be processed until Monday. Similarly, transfers initiated before a holiday will be delayed. What if my transfer is delayed beyond 3 business days? If your transfer is delayed beyond the expected time frame, it's best to contact EQ Bank customer support. They can investigate the issue and provide updates on the status of your transfer. Now, let's talk about some tips to minimize delays and manage your expectations. Plan ahead. If you know you'll need to transfer funds, initiate the transfer a few days in advance to avoid last-minute stress. Understand processing times. Be aware of the ACSS processing schedule and your bank's cutoff times for initiating transfers. Verify your account information. Double-check that you've entered the correct account and transit numbers to avoid errors that can delay your transfer. Consider Interac e-Transfer. For urgent transfers, Interac e-Transfer is a faster option. However, it may have daily or transaction limits. Monitor your account. Keep an eye on your EQ Bank account and your external bank account to track the progress of your transfer. In summary, while EQ Bank offers a user-friendly platform and competitive interest rates, external transfers still rely on the established Canadian payment system, which means they typically take 1 to 3 business days. Internal transfers within EQ Bank are generally processed instantly. By understanding the factors that influence transfer times and planning ahead, you can minimize delays and manage your financial transactions effectively. It's also important to remember that financial technology is constantly evolving. As payment systems become more efficient and real-time processing becomes more prevalent, we can expect transfer times to decrease in the future. But for now, understanding the current system and its limitations is crucial for managing your expectations and financial planning. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.